Cardano holders, welcome back to the channel. My plan is very, very simple with Cardano, with ADA in this cycle. I'm going to break things down for you guys, give you guys exactly what I'm doing, tell you guys where I see this thing going. I do think Cardano is undervalued. There are some other things that I'm going to address in this video, like Charles Hoskinson talking about Vitalik Buterin losing his shit if ADA flips ETH. Like, dude, just focus on Cardano. I love that Charles is out there publicly all the time doing his live streams, but sometimes these things just irk me. It's like, dude, focus on you, focus on us, focus on the people who are holding Cardano because we like Cardano, okay? It goes back to that toxic, tribalism sometimes we see in crypto. I hold Ethereum and Cardano, for the record. I hold a lot of the smart contract platforms. Ethereum, Cardano, SWI, I mean, a lot of them, right? So with that being said, let's dive into it. Smash the like button, subscribe down below. Let me know your thoughts. Drop a comment down below, whether it's just Cardano, ADA, or maybe your price target for the end of the year. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on that. And I just want to know that you guys are here in the building. It's been a little while since I made a Cardano video, but let's get into it with a little bit of fun with Charles first. Then we'll get into some charts. We'll take a look at some things here, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going on. So Hoskinson says Vitalik will lose his shit if ADA flips ETH. The Cardano founder says ADA overtaking Ethereum would give Vitalik a brain aneurysm. He's not going to retire. He's just going to drop over. Like, dude, please, we don't need this. Like, focus on Cardano. All right. I still like Charles, by the way, but just focus on Cardano. Let's take a look at the chart. All of a sudden, Cardano looks extremely bullish here. And Cardano whales have went on a massive accumulation spree. We'll take a look at that. The chart is looking phenomenal. Really, ever since we started to come up and bounce off of 54 cents, which is our local low, things have looked really, really good. So this was our last big momentum up buy signal before our most recent one on August 13th. But this was the time period to stack at 67 cents. Now, I do think it's still early, but last 45 days now, we're up 35% since this buy signal right here. And I accumulated more Cardano at this level too, right around 68, 69 cents. And I did it because XT Algo was all over this. This is my trading software. So if you're looking for the next big wave, you're looking for the next big opportunity, don't try to do it by yourself. Like, utilize some great tools. And this is an unbelievable tool that we came out with in 2023. Against the competition, it's just as good of an indicator and software, but it's a third of the price. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning you could try it risk-free for 30 days. So if you're a serious crypto investor, you're looking to level up your game, XT Algo, link down below in the description. The proof is in the pudding, guys. Look at this. You would have got 37% on your Cardano bag, even if it was a new position. Maybe it was a futures position. You would have made 37% on this. So get in while you still can. But the technicals look phenomenal right now for Cardano. It is a buy signal across the board. Oscillators are looking very good as well. And if we look at our moving averages, short term at 89 cents here, we're above that. But look at our longer term 200-day EMA at 73 cents. We are well above it at 91 cents. This is a very, very strong signal for me. And when you see the technical setup like this with Cardano, let's go out to the weekly chart here. You've got to get excited because the last time we were up here was late December. We came up to like 132 on a wick. And then on March, we came up here to 116 when Donald Trump said that Cardano would be in a strategic reserve. But this slow gain, rather than these big pops in the price out of nowhere, I love this slow gain, this little pullback, right? Healthy retracement, rip back up. This shows me that we are in a stronger, longer-term uptrend right now with Cardano. And there's a lot of gaps to fill all the way up toward our all-time highs, which were set back in 2021. And once we break through this level, which has been, a key level for us, like that 125 zone, look out, because Cardano could absolutely rip up and chase all-time highs really quickly. And this is why the Cardano whales have gone on a massive accumulation spree. Okay, so Cardano's price has been moving well. Cardano whales made strategic moves ahead of Friday's speech by U.S. Fed Chair Jerome Powell, accumulating a huge number of tokens within just 2 days, within a 48-hour period. The asset's price reacted with a massive surge, driving it higher by 15% from the bottom to the top. Data from the popular analyst with over 150,000 followers on X indicates that 180 million ADA were bought by large investors in the span of just 48 hours. So that is a staggering 160 million at today's prices. Now, coming back out here, we've got Ethereum performing extremely well, getting close to all-time highs. Solana's following in that footstep. Cardano and SWI, both other top smart contract platforms, they're following in that footstep too. Cardano's currently sitting at a $32 billion market cap, still comfortably in the top 10, well ahead of everybody down below. And I really think Cardano's finally gearing up to make that push and stay up there in this altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance, 57% right now. It's coming down slowly. And I'm going to tell you guys the alpha play right now that I am making. And I've been doing this for a really long time. I am loading up on the top meme coin on Cardano. It is SNEC. And right now, I am 50-50. I am 50% allocated to Cardano and 50% Cardano allocated to SNEC. And normally I do not do this. Normally I would never do this. I would be like 80-20, 90-10, native asset meme coin. The only reason I'm going this heavy into SNEC though is because there's no competition. When you look at the Cardano meme coin scene, there is zero competition. And SNEC is a giant in its own right at 362 million. Look at this all chart. This is one of the best looking charts in all of crypto. Let me come back here so we can look at this clearly. And guys, if you haven't hit that like button, definitely do so. If you're watching over on X, make sure you guys share this out there as well. Look at the weekly chart on SNEC, guys. I mean, it is just beautiful. And we are building up on this next step ladder. Look at this big surge we saw in October, November, December. These are weekly candles. We are getting ready to go into the billions with SNEC. And I think I can do really, really well and fast track my Cardano holdings with SNEC. That is why I'm 50-50. I am 50% allocated to Cardano, 50% allocated to SNEC. That is my ADA Cardano exposure. And as of right now, I have no plans of changing that. SNEC has been an absolute monster. So that's been your Cardano update, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you follow me on X, subscribed here on YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.